Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply Fun. I'm your host, Aeris. Today I'm doing a solo video because Aaron didn't want to do it and he said help myself. So, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? This video is going to be short and sweet. For all of you out there wondering what's going on in the world, yes, I'm transgendered. But this isn't about a transgender video. No, this is about possessions. Possessions is anything you have in your home. For example, I just got me a free Zippo lighter today by the Marlboro Corporation. Cigarette company gave me one. Isn't this nice? Look at this. Aaron's like, I want it. It's brushed aluminum right there. So, what happened? Well, let's just say it came from the Zippo company. Now, some of you out there, you're sitting there, what's this video about? Topic is simple. It's about ownership. Now, for all of you out there in the materialistic planes of existence, for example, I could say I own this monthly planner. Yeah, I bought it, and it was a bad price, and it was nice, and it does the job. But truthfully, do I own it? No. It'll be outdated in, say, 2015 when you can't use the mini planner in the back and you gotta buy a new planner. That's right. See, when this comes, here's the 2015 planner right there. You could sit there and say, oh, but it's okay. This is the mini planner. This is the annual planner for 2015 while you're waiting for the 2015 planner. You toss it, you buy a new one. You don't own it, you lease it. For example, this is a letter I want to mail, but it ain't going out till tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what's in it. It's a business letter, but you don't own the paper, you rent the paper. You don't buy the stamp, you rent the stamp. The stamp is a one-time rent. It goes to where it's going, and then usually the envelope gets recycled or destroyed. This, you buy a box of envelopes, same thing. You rent them. Because as soon as you're done, they go out for a one-time use. That's it. Your letters are gone. Unless you use it for storage. Everything you own in your house, ask yourself, do you own or do you rent? For example, eventually, this is Angela's book, by the way. It's not Angela's, but it is designed for Angela, so I can write letters. When the paper runs out, I gotta get a new book. Excuse me. Sausages. Everything you own, you're renting. Few items in your life that will last a lot longer than the items around your home. That's why you're renting or you're leasing it. For example, pipes. Pipe will last a long time. You can have an 80-year-old pipe like this. Still works. As long as you maintain it and keep it clean, you don't break it. This pipe's from 1937. Mouthpiece, I've talked to a contractor about getting it fixed. Cleaned up. It's Mershon line from Africa. Again, it's a pipe. 1937. It's older than me by double the life. Music CDs. Eventually you wear out your disc, you gotta toss it, get a new one. Movies, same thing. This is a DVD of, some guy gave me a DVD copy on shotguns, for example. You play it too many times, you burn it out. You take care of something like this fine leather product here and it doesn't get ruined. By the way, this is for mini cigars. Guess what? You take good care of it, lasts a long time. So, this. You could say, oh, that looks like a miniature thing for a Barbie doll. Maybe they play a trombone or something. No, this is a pipe. Mershon. Petrified sea foam, fired in a kiln. Certain things will last a long time in your life. Certain things won't. For example, computers, TVs, mattresses unless you take good care of it. But then again, the mattress gets soggy because, well, one person's sleeping on it. Eventually, everything runs out. Liquor, it'll evaporate over time with heat and everything, and the bottle will become empty. For example, these ones are empty, but you get the point. This one here has got one little drop left in the bottom, one, but it's a mini Jack Daniels bottle. For example, lighters, the Zippo lighters. The lighters will last a long time. Staplers will last a long time. Little Swiss Army knife here will last a long time. This one says camping on it with a little tent. It's called the camper. So if you see my point, if you take care of good things, a lot of things will last a long time. You don't own your phone books because, frankly, they come with the apartment. You don't own your desk or your furniture. It's been provided through you, even if you worked for it. God provided for it. And you could say, oh yes, I love this desk, but it's on loan. Let's just say you have a copy of the Resolute desk from the Oval Office. Again, it's on loan. It's not yours. When you die, someone else will end up with it. You got to look at the big picture. So when you give gifts freely because, frankly, now, if it's something that will outlast you, you do it. If it isn't, well, don't worry about it. I mean, like this. This is my mama's, well, my sister gave me this lighter that kind of looks like a Zippo, but it ain't a Zippo. It's not really a Zippo. It says made in China. This, of course, is a Zippo. It's got a little deer on it. See? You can tell it's been used because the inside is completely barbecued a bit in the tip. I use this many times over. This one, this is a pipe lighter. It's got a special hole in it for pipes. See? It'll last a long time. It's got the little pipe icon too, by the way. See? Pipers like those. Bottom line is, for some of you people out there, people say, oh, it's mine, I earned it. Yes, you've earned it, but just remember, if you're an atheist and you believe that, you know, whatever, God provided for it. You want a wife? You get it. God provides you a wife. You want children with a wife? God provides for it. You know, everything you do, God provides for you. God provides for you. You can play this game and you can say, damn it, I want this. Won't happen in the game. One day, you gotta think, God provided for you. This isn't about a religion video. This isn't about whatever. But I want you all to think about it. You really own anything. Your clothes, they get tattered. You change them. And you get new clothes. Your underwear gets holes in them. You buy new underwear. You're on a lease on your underwear. Or you rent them until they get holes in them. You throw them out. Your tent, you go camping. It gets holes in it or it starts to leak. You throw it out. It's on a lease. Your other stuff, say you get a nice camp stove. Well, that will last 20, 30 years. The bottom line is everything you have. You have movies, you got to replace the discs periodically for your favorite ones. Blu-ray, DVD, etc. Your e-reader. Eventually your e-reader battery, let's just say you can't get a new replacement, you got to buy a new one. Your old game system, NES, Super NES, N64. Eventually the system won't be made or you can't repair them. Maybe you have a mint condition one. It lasts 50 years, then it dies. You got 50 years out of it, even if you kept it maintained. Things eventually will die, and then you can put it in a museum and say, this is what it looked like. Because a lot of them will go to the garbage heap, and then people will have it only in glass and online as a database. And people will be like, oh, well, I'd like that for my collection. Well, you might end up with something that you don't know about. So, books. Those are one thing, as long as they're hardbound or paperback, more likely hardbound, and you know how to take care of them, they'll last a long time. Your pipes. Your glasses, as long as they don't break. Sometimes glasses get brittle over time. Clothes never survive. I mean, you get socks, they get holes in them. Underwear, they get holes in them. Shirts, they get holes in them. Pants, they get holes in them. Everything wears out. Tights, bras. I mean, unless you don't wear tights and then people start shaving their legs and going smooth, same thing. So, look around. Well, it'll last. If it doesn't, Just think of it. You don't own it. It's on lease. So don't worry about it. If it fails, it fails. If it doesn't fail, it doesn't fail. Just think of it. Do you really own that item? No, it's on lease. Or you rent it. Think about it. Give me posts, feedback, comments, suggestions, and yeah. Thank you, and maybe God bless the world.